So when Sam Altman was in India, he fielded a bunch of questions around ChatGPT and generative AI per se. When these large language models take as much computational power as they require, an Indian entrepreneur who has lesser access to capital compared to a Western one, how does an Indian entrepreneur compete with the West in this domain without the same kind of access?
That's a very good question. So if you're an entrepreneur who's trying to build foundational models from the very ground up, like Google does or Microsoft with OpenAI does, and they have 4 or 5 others, you have to raise, $2-3 billion. Now, maybe some government will decide because you're domestic, they'll help you do that or provide some of that. But there should either be like 0, 1, or 2 cases where an Indian company goes after that very base level and hopefully focuses on some specific Indian applications of that. Most of the opportunity is at the level above, where you're saying, okay, let's take this and help architects, or let's take this and help this group of farmers, or, the Indian legal system is very different. Believe me, what legal things are done for the US won't apply here. But, just imagine if you could make everybody in the legal system 4 times more productive. That changes justice, because right now the backlog is kind of nightmarish, and here comes a potential solution. So I'd say there's 1,000 opportunities where you either pick or just use one of those base level models, but you're doing the extra data, value-added user interface to go after a particular application. That, I think, is where we'll see the most activity. If somebody's bold enough to say, no, I'm going after the foundational piece, screw you, Bill Gates, you don't know. And I say, hey, good for you. I could be wrong. We are in, this is all very new stuff.
Are there any arbitrages in place, like a unique advantage India, either by virtue of population or the demographic diversity has, that will help a young entrepreneur focus on a particular facet around building this? Or is there a legal arbitrage? Is regulation better here than there?
I think it's very possible that the health advice piece, that the US will overregulate that and just see the risk and not the benefit, and that middle income countries, and I put India at the top of the list, will engage in a dialogue and drive very aggressively to get the benefit. But yes, I would expect definitely in health, definitely in agriculture, a lot of the most exciting, fast-moving things will be here in India. Education, I think everybody's going to be doing it, and including India.
I've seen this happen in Indonesia. Do you think the business of delivering medical advice and prescribing people, not with the human on the other side, but a model per se, do you think the potential for that is big in India for young entrepreneurs to focus on?
Yes. There's going to be a quality bar. And yes, and maybe at first it's okay, pregnant women or people dealing with diabetes, because it's easier then to think through all the possible questions and make sure the quality's right. But eventually, you bet, your lifelong medical agent that takes all your sensor data and how you felt, when you eat this or drink that, it'll be there. And it'll be reading the latest literature, and it'll be super helpful to you.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Kamath. I'd love to know what you thought of the episode. Comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.